Hello viewers, welcome to the maiden edition of Confluence Today. My name is Mr. Mike. Confluence Today is a program where we highlight the activities of the Kogi state government in its drive to bring development to the people. The Yahaya Bello administration has achieved so much in the area of security, infrastructure, education, agriculture, and indeed has recorded visible progress in other sectors. In this interview with the State Security Advisor, Commander Jerry Omodara, he highlights some efforts the government has made in securing the people of the state. Sit back and enjoy the show.
SGTV, best government in Nigeria. Do you therefore desire accurate, balanced, and up-to-date news and information? You need not worry. The right place is SGTV.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, please.
Please, may we meet you, sir?
I'm Commander Duro Jerry Omodara, retired State Security Advisor to Kogi State Government.
All right, thank you, sir. Sir, as State Security Advisor to the Kogi State Government, what are the security measures that has been put in place to curb the security menace in the state?
Security is dynamic, it's not static. And I will say there are no two states in Nigeria that are similar in policing. It can only be similar, but not the same. Where you want to secure a state, you have to know the topography, the locations, the people, the religions, the swampy nature of the state. A lot of things must be put into consideration. So we studied Kogi as soon as this government came in place. And we know the challenges, the threats, and some of the threats are mainly act of terrorism, highway, robbery, banditry, cultism, communal classes, Fulani, herdsmen, and host community classes, and so many others. And so we had to enumerate the challenges down, we put down then, and what are the root causes. We know the build-up of so many things that have caused threat and insecurity in Nigeria. Kogi State is not the exception. And remember, Kogi is positioned very centrally in Nigeria, bordered by 9 states, including FCT, making 10. So we are bordered by the Yoruba, the Hausas, the Igbo, and some other tribes. So it's too central. So one major thing that we notice that causes insecurity within the state is the general unemployment in the state and our location. And at the same time, we could attribute some politics by the build-up of 2007 elections. Arms were given to youths, and it went to 2011 election, 2015 election. So all this, when they don't make use of the arms, they use it for crime. And the insurgency in the in the northeast have also not helped us. We have the fair share of it in Kogi. So we had, the pressure on them in the northeast. They look for a safe haven, and one of the best places because of our own central locations and topography, they found Kogi as a place they could harbor. So those are the challenges we had as soon as this government came into play. I can give you a data that between 2011 and 2015, before the coming of this government, we had 16 bank robbery in Kogi. And you know the result now that we don't have that as a major challenge in the state again. We had, I think, 7th of August, 2012 or so, or 15, the Deeper Life Church, act of terrorism, 19 worshippers were killed. And you have between January 2015 and July 2016, about 5 months into the government of Yahaya Bello, the previous government could not handle it. We had 167 kidnap cases in Kogi. So, in handling all this, we had to look where are all these challenges coming from, and we went into data. Got the data that not less than 51.1% of it come from the central senatorial district, about 24.5 from the east, and about 23.2 coming from the western senatorial. That helped our deployment. That helped us in analyzing and know what to do. So the state government proactively went into all these things, having analyzed it, and started deploying the right decision. And we discovered that there was no enough synergy among security agencies in Kogi at that time. So we had to quickly close up the gap. And in closing up the gap, we were able to lay a good foundation, and we tackle all these threats and challenges headlong. And in tackling them, we brought down, by July, August, September, October, and December of 2016, we had no one kidnap case in Kogi. But it's not what you can eradicate. It's only what you can reduce and contain. We've been able to put the right channels. We bought vehicles, logistics, and we pay allowances to security agencies, giving them Hilux vehicles to ensure they patrol 24 hours. And beside that, we had a lot of policies rolled out by Yahaya Bello. What he did was to come up with policies of demolition of houses of those that had, make money from crime. If you know that you have make money out of the crime and you build a house, we demolish the house. And we went up to whistleblowing. If you know that a crime is coming, you give us information. The person is giving not less than 500,000 naira. And we came up with policy of going back to see how to use our own neighborhood watch, and that was how the establishment of Kogi vigilante service. As of today, we have no less than 4,000 of them doing a lot and helping security agencies in intelligence gathering and in their deployment in the borders, in hinterland, in communities, providing security agencies the right information. I can assure you that neighborhood watch in Kogi is working perfectly. We equally went into other areas, clearing the highways which the criminals hide in, and ensuring that we don't have them on the way. We clear the road highways, for about 20 to 30 meters to ensure that travelers, commuters, they see the highway, they see very well. If you see them, they even that was a good tonic that stopped a lot of the criminal coming to highway. We have done our best. The governor is committed to security. He's doing it. He's fighting in hell. Maybe that is the reason recently he was given as chairman of standing committee of security in the northern region. That is a very big, recognition of the man that is ready to fight insecurity on our land.
All right, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
So we heard there was a fracas at the Federal Medical Center here in Lokoja.
The government has responded very well, and I will not speak on it. The Commissioner of Information has spoken about it, and that is the government position.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sir, please, can you tell us the achievements of the Kogi State government under the leadership of Governor Yahaya Bello?
Talking about infrastructure, it touches everywhere. One of the first things is unity of the state. Today, we call it Ebigo. Today, Igala, Igbira, Okun, we see ourselves as one. Other than the division that took place before we came in. Before Yahaya Bello's administration, it is like they see themselves as not one, living in a state that they're supposed to develop. But one achievement Yahaya Bello brought in is unity of purpose. We see ourselves now as one. Beside that, we have seen a lot of infrastructural development in the state, roads constructed, IGR house, we are getting about 3 to 400 million in a month before in a year. With the state government have pushed close to 2 billion right now. So it's a good achievement and you discover that we went into screening to ensure a lot of ghost workers were screened out of in Kogi, payroll. That is helping. In the infrastructure, there are so many. You can see water, roads, electricity, rural electrifications, light up east, where we have governors have always been produced from that senatorial district. About 85 to 90% of people of the eastern part of the state, they don't have light. It is only now that the governor is doing wonders and is lightening up the place and not leaving other senatorial districts. So it will be difficult for me to roll out everything now, but I think what the governor have done in the last 5 years is well above what have been performed in the last 20 years in Kogi State.
So, sir, what are the challenges or difficulties faced before the achievement of the affirmation?
The challenges are numerous. The dwelling economic of the country. We get money from the center. I just told you we'll be able to push the IGR up, but it's still far off from we taking care of our own emolument, taking care of payment of salary. We still have to wait for what we get from the center. And that is why, recently the governor created a Ministry of Solid Minerals to look in how we can rebuild more of the IGR of the state. So the challenges is lack of fund to do what you're supposed to do. If you have enough fund, you work well, you do better things. But the fund is a challenge. When oil was about 140, 150, some people were in government, they have not done half of what the current government have done. Remember what the oil is talking about now, less than 40? And that means we are getting less money from the center. And that is where we are looking inward, into farming, into building our education, into ensuring that low-income people can have what they do to increase their intake or their economy so that the state will be better. The state is empowering the youth, skill acquisition, a lot of things have been done to ensure that we increase the individual intake, power, skill among the youth, especially and women, so that the state can be better.
Okay, sir. I know initially I asked a question about the hoodlums invading the Federal Medical Center, which you said the Commissioner for Information will give us.
He has spoken yesterday. Yes.
But sir, I want to know what has been your own effort as the State Security Advisor to the government. What has been your effort in bringing those hoodlums to book?
We'll get them. That is what the assurance I can give to you. Remember the second bank robbery that happened in Kogi State a few weeks back. The governor gave directive, we must get them. Just like this one, we get them. He gave directive that we must. And the effort so far, I believe very soon the police will speak of the arrests that have been made. We don't condone any act of criminality in the state. And that is where you see that Kogi, that was no-go area before, that people were avoiding passing the road. And there's no way you want to pass to avoid Kogi, not passing Kogi, because over 82% of north-south crossing, you have to pass through Kogi. Only a few passes through Benue and passes through Niger and Kwara. So what we are saying is Kogi must be safe, and that is why the governor is determined that if one of the first things he will achieve as a government, even before infrastructure or any other thing, is security of life and property. And we are doing it. And we will not condone any whole lot going to anywhere to disrupt any work.
All right, thanks, sir. So finally, sir, there has been tension and different opinion about COVID-19 in the state. So do you really think this coronavirus pandemic is really has an effect in the state?
Every protocol that is supposed to be done, we are doing it as a state. We are one of the first sets. I mobilized security along with the Commissioner for Health. The state set up the COVID-19 squadron committee and is working. The chairman is the deputy governor. Everything we are supposed to do, we are doing as a state. If we are not having the pandemic spreading in Kogi, it's because of what has been put in place.
So with what you just said, does it mean there is no COVID-19?
I have told you we are doing the protocol.
Okay.
You can ask the Commissioner for Health. Thank you.